Violence has erupted on the streets of Paris in protest at controversial pension reforms being pushed through by Emmanuel Macron. Buckingham Palace is monitoring the explosive political situation in France ahead of King Charles III's first scheduled state visit to the country later this week. Emmanuel Macron's government today narrowly survived a no-confidence motion in Parliament over an unpopular pension reform that will see the retirement age rise from 62 to 64. But the reform has sparked widespread violent protests throughout the country, with riot police clashing with hundreds of protesters. King Charles and his wife Camilla, Queen Consort, are expected to arrive into Paris on Sunday for what is regarded by governments in both countries as a significant first state visit. So far, there has been no suggestion the visit will be cancelled. However, sources have told the Mail Online that Buckingham Palace is keeping a close eye on the situation. An insider told the publication royal family aides will be taking advice from the UK Foreign Office and French authorities. In terms of the program for the couple's visit, they said nothing has yet changed, but it remains possible there may be an impact on logistics. The 4-day visit from the King and Queen Consort is aimed at celebrating the relationship between the UK and France. Mr. Macron will be on hand to offer a warm welcome to the couple, with a glittering state banquet at the Château de Versailles also scheduled to take place. The King and Queen Consort will take part in several engagements, including a trip to the Arc de Triomphe in central Paris, where they will join the president and his wife in a wreath-laying ceremony. Other engagements will include a procession down the Champs-Élysées before a meeting between the King and Mr. Macron at his Élysée Palace residence. But there is also a risk of this attracting protesters still furious at the French president over his pension reform. Footage shared online shows police deploying tear gas and hitting protesters with batons during demonstrations near the Place Vauban in Paris on Monday evening. More than 101 people have been arrested during the protests in the capital, according to a police source. As reported by French news broadcaster BRF TV, around 2,000 law enforcement agencies have been deployed on the ground. Earlier today, Mr. Macron's government survived 2 no-confidence votes in the lower chamber of parliament that had been proposed in opposition to raise the retirement age from 62 to 64, in what will initially be a huge relief to the French president. Lawmakers from the National Assembly rejected 2 motions. One was from the far-right National Rally and the second, a more threatening one, from a small centrist group that gathered support across the left. The first motion from the centrists garnered 278 votes, falling just 9 votes short of the 287 needed to pass, while the far-right initiative won just 94 votes. Defeat from both votes by the opposition aimed at stopping the hugely contested pension reforms in their tracks mean the associated bill has effectively been adopted.